What's up, Scan? Trying to center this because apparently there's a new feature for dual streaming. So I might pop up on someone's short. What's up, Luke? What's up, Bimmy? So right now, this looks okay for the short, the mobile screen, but it still looks pretty shitty, I'm not gonna lie. You joined in at 61613. I don't feel very bullish. Did you go long, Bimmy? I'm assuming you did, if you wanted to stay in. It's gonna take a lot for me to become bullish. Usually after a huge move like this, and it's not even that huge. How much was it from top to bottom? Like 423 to 689, like 270 points. Okay, that's not crazy. But usually when it digests, you'll see it digest from the top and then just slowly go back down. I'm just not feeling bullish. But for my scalps, I think we're gonna be either flat to bullish. I'll have a general trend in 15 minutes, but I think it's gonna be flat. Like breaking above 700, I don't think that's gonna happen in the next 14 minutes. The areas of interest that I'm looking for is the previous day high for NQ, which is 725. Right here, 725. My first entries could be 700. And then ES high, which is 6695. But I'll probably enter around 6700. And then I'm also looking for an 800 short. I've been really lost with trading, been in the game for a bit over 2 years, 4 payouts, but recently I felt more confused than ever. Any advice? It's tough. Oh shit, Ryu, what's up, man? I hope you've been doing well. Ryu was one of the OGs. He was the first guy to post his payouts on the Discord. It's tough, Scan. You know, there's times where I feel lost and I just feel confused. I mean, right now, I don't think like this market, as I've been saying, has been shit since what? When was it? October? Like we've just been in this range right here. Right? And what really put the alarms in my head was, you know, I said it a couple times, but with the Mag 7 stocks beating earnings by 5 to 10%, especially the last one, which was Nvidia. When Nvidia beat the market, I think they beat earnings by 5 to 10%, somewhere in there. And now we're back to the lows of this range. And we're struggling, like we're trying to hold this, but like I'm so bearish, and for the people that have watched me in the beginning, you know that I'm like always bullish. Yeah. Yeah, that day with Nvidia, or the day after, like I took a huge loss. I lost a good amount of accounts. It just didn't make sense to me. So ever since then, I've been in like I've been worried. Like I haven't played with options in a long time, but I'm actually waiting for us to get some multiple days of like weird high like green candles to where everyone is like, all right, stock market is back up on no news, and I want to buy puts. But I want to wait for VIX to go down, because when VIX goes down, and if we get any news or any red candles like this, the VIX will rocket up. So when VIX is low and I buy puts, the premium is actually lower, so they're cheaper. And then if VIX skyrockets and it crashes like this, the VIX goes up, the premium increases, and the the value of your puts increase as well. So that's what I'm looking for. Like, that's how bearish I am about this market. Like, I just don't believe these rallies. I mean, look at the last couple of days. Oh, and I did everything nice. I mean, just look at this. The Chop City. Look at this. All right, guys, we're rallying. Oh, okay, guess not. Ooh, 2 big green days. We're rallying, guys. Oh, guess not. Okay, hammer. Okay, we're going up. Oh, guess not. Okay, we're gonna break these lows and we're gonna keep going. Oh, we're going back up. Guess not. Guess not. You've been well, dude. I'm so glad to hear that. I haven't been posting anything, but still trading. I took a payout with Lucid last week. Sick. Yeah, Lucid is one of the top firms right now. I'm hitting them very hard because I really think Lucid is going to increase their pricing models. I actually they have a deal right now with their pro accounts, and I was always skeptical because I hate daily loss limits, but the 25k accounts, 25k pro accounts don't have a daily loss limit. So I just bought like, I think 6 of those, and I get 2 free resets. So I'm gonna start. Yeah, I've been trading with them a lot. I also love Lucid. What does it usually mean for a stock market when it moves like this? Well, I've only been in the game for like, where did I start? I've only been in this game for about 2 years, right? So I haven't experienced like a war that all the war news that I've experienced was like in the past 5 months, and we brushed it off and we went to all-time highs like twice. So all the war news that I've traded, like even when we got the first bit of war news, I was like, oh, it's not gonna matter, we're gonna go back to going higher. And when we didn't, I was like, okay, that's weird, right? So I'm just on edge right now. I don't like this market. I mean, just look at this. If I was swing trading, like maybe I could just I wouldn't care about this noise, but for day traders like us, it's very hard to marry into a bias. Like, what is the bias here? A slight downtrend, right? But it's just flat. Lost 4 tops of funded accounts last week. Oh, I lost a couple of funded accounts too. I don't even know how. I probably lost like 7, 8. I don't really count them anymore because it's all a business expense to me. Once you start getting the ball rolling, like, it's all a business expense. And the reason why like a lot of prop traders start increasing their budget very heavily is because the more accounts you buy, and this is not tax advice, but for me personally, it's a tax write-off. So the more accounts I blow up and the more that I do bad, less taxes I pay. But yeah, I blew a bunch of accounts. I had some pretty bad trade account management, I think like 2 or 3 days ago. Like 2 days straight, it wasn't good. You're researching the futures desk? Oh yeah, I think I've heard about them. Matt from Oxford promotes them, so I'm guessing they're legit. They're probably legit. I think I was looking into them, and I'm a prop trader guy. I'm not a real brokerage account trader. Like I use, math and different tips and tricks to beat prop firms to get money out, right? I think the futures desk is like, when you pass, they give you a real, like, they're like an actual prop firm. Like, in the name of a prop firm, they want you to pass an account and they give you a live account straight away, versus all these other prop firms are sim firm accounts, right? Like Top Step, Lucid, and whatnot. And I think the futures desk is kind of expensive. I think I looked into it, and I didn't end up pursuing it. I'm not a real account trading kind of guy. Oh, you traded live before I traded props? Yeah, that's the way to go about it. If you trade live, like, you're just gonna be a better trader. It's like trading off props is like it's like you're learning bad habits, um but the bad habits can pay you out money. Like if somebody were to come up to me and say, hey, can you trade a live brokerage account, I would say, fuck no, I would not touch that. You know, you guys have seen my worst days. I've lost 30K multiple times. My worst day was minus 73K, right? I would be sick if I lost that in a real account. You're trading options on futures. Yeah, I want to get back into options. I transferred a bunch of offer and payout money to my Fidelity account, and I want to just test like, you know, 1K options, 1K, 2K. You need an LLC to write off taxes. You don't need one for the US because when you're funded with a prop and you take your first payout, you're actually self-employed. So you're a 1099. They send you a 1099 form. So it's self-employment. So they give you all the money straight up. And then because you're self-employed, you need to handle the taxes and everything. So yeah. So I think, how much is it? It's like the base rule is like for all your payouts, put like, I think, and this is not financial advice, but for me, right, I would put 30% into like a high yield account or something, a high yield savings account, just to lessen the tax hit at the end of the year. Which is why like all my tax pay or all my prop payouts, I reinvested back into the prop firm and anything business related. Yeah, I was talking to like I have a my cousin, she's a CPA, so I was talking to her about it. But before her, I actually talked to a CPA company, and I was explaining to them what prop firms were, and they were like, oh dude, you made this much last year, do you want to buy a car, do you want to buy this, do you want to buy that, and then register it to your LLC and stuff like that. And I was like, what the hell, I don't really need a car, and I don't want to be responsible for another car and have to pay for insurance and all that. So I was like, is there anything else I could write off? And they were like, oh, you could write off like because to trade I need like my desktop, I need my monitors. I think I told them that I streamed, so they were like, oh, if you want to make YouTube a business, you need to, or you could also do write-offs for your camera, your microphone, your speaker system, you know, shelves, a desk, keyboard, stuff like that. Now, not financial advice or tax advice. I checked options and it seems so complicated, risky too. I've seen so many people lose 100% of their 1 mil on Wall Street bets. Oh yeah, that's why like I would only put in like $1,000, and it would mostly act as a hedge to my to my trading. Like when I trade, I like to buy the dips a lot. I'm like buy, 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 buy. You guys have seen like when I used to post a lot on the general, I'm like, oh, I hope it dips so I can buy some more. Oh, if it dips, you guys know what I'm gonna do, right? Like I'm like also a permeable, just because like from all the bad news that I've experienced, we've bounced back from it like even harder than how we were, like Trump tariffs, right? And then there was 2 war news after that, and then every single tariff news, right? But now this time it feels different, which is why I'm considering puts. And then I would still buy like on my percent levels during the day. If we crash, I would buy on those percent levels. And if I lose a lot of accounts in the process, then my puts will be up X%, right? And if we do reach to the lower percentages, and Luke, I need to send you guys, I'm gonna do that real quick, in like 15 minutes, the percent levels. But if we reach the lower percent levels, when we reach those lower percent levels, VIX skyrockets, because a normal day doesn't reach those levels, right? Those levels are for like big flushes and big crashes. And for those big flushes and big crashes days, I'm buying, I'm holding runners, I'm scalping, right? I'm always buying at the bottom, right? So worst case scenario, my prop accounts blow up, and then my options will have, you know, plus 50%, 30%, whatever percent. But yeah, I would never put in like $1 million on an options trade. I just can't do it. I'm not that risky of a person. Like, I don't take risks like that. All right, it's 7 p.m. We're basically flat, so that means I can play both sides of the market. So that means if we rally up 15 to 20 minutes of buying, right, I'll consider a short for 20 points, layer my entries like usual. Same thing on the bottom. If we crash, like I'm a bit worried, but we have the previous day highs around here, or previous day lows. What do we have? We have the lows of 2 days ago, like somewhere here, somewhere here. So if we crash, 15 to 20 minutes of selling, I'll also consider buying it, layer my entries as well. I have 2 accounts ready, 1 more day away from a payout. I believe the accounts are this guy. 1, 2, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1 more day for this guy, and I think 1 more day for a micro futures payout too. So VIX gives you a premium on your options. Yeah. So have you heard of I think I explained this in the last stream, but have you heard of IV crush? It's called implied volatility. So basically what IV is the option writers have an estimate of how far a market is, or how far a stock is going to move up and down, right? And that's the implied volatility. And you'll see that right before earnings reports, the IV is really high. Why is the IV really high? Well, that's because the option writers think that something like Nvidia or some other stock, right, they can move even higher, even lower, right? And what some people do is they get sucked into that and they buy calls, right? Or buy puts. Let's just go with calls for Nvidia. They buy calls and the Nvidia stock goes up by X%, 1%, 2%, and they're like, what the heck? It went up so much and I made like 20%, right? As an example, that doesn't make any sense. Sometimes it'll go up by like 0.5%, the stock, right? And they're actually down money because of IV crush, right? The implied volatility, a higher implied volatility means you need to pay a bigger premium, which means the options are more expensive, which means your options are worth more. So after IV crush happens, after an earnings report, right, your contracts are worth less. So even if it goes in your direction, but it doesn't go enough, you can actually lose money. But you're like, wait, I'm in calls. Why am I not making money? Well, it's because of IV crush. That's actually very smart to hedge props options. Yeah. It's been something that I wanted to tinker with for a while, but I just haven't. I'm just like all in on props right now. Like all I'm thinking about every day is props. Right? Like what other prop firm can I add to my list? I'm trading with like 7 or 8 right now. Right, and then if I had a put and then the market goes up, right, and I'm buying, right, my puts will expire worthless. Which I said I will put like, let's say I'll put 2K in. My puts will expire worthless in whatever X weeks. But if I'm buying the entire way, my prop accounts will actually, they'll pay me more than 2K. Right? Would you do 0 day to expire, or like 3 days, 7 days? That is a great question, Luke, and I'm not sure because I haven't, you know, dipped my toes into it yet. I think I would do like, I would split it up. I would have some shorter. I don't think I'll do 0 days to expire. I would do like probably like 1 week out, and then 2 weeks out, and 3 weeks out, and 4 weeks out, or 1 week, 2 week, 4 week, or 2 3 4, or 2 4 5. Right. So you know how, Luke, you know how I always DCA. So I'll DCA with my options too. Right. Right. I would wait for 3 or 4 days of buying. So right here, I was actually interested right here, or right here, I was interested in buying puts, but I was waiting for 1 more day where everyone is like, what the hell? Why are we all the way up here? And then buy puts here, right? But 1 round of puts, my first wave of entries, right? And then 1 more day, okay, another wave of puts near the top. Another day, another one, right? That's probably what I'll do. What's up, Ants? I'm sure it's not that simple, but I do want to start looking into options. Let's see what we got. Oops. So a bit of a rally. If this candle is another green candle like this, I'll start shorting. I think I would like my entry to be right here at these wicks. My first wave. Ideally, I want my first wave of shorts to be 700, but like we're all the way up here. What are the odds that we get here in the next 10 minutes? Very low, right? So I'll just say, okay, I'll just take my entry around this level for my first wave of accounts to go short. 20 points. First wave. First wave. Second wave. Third wave. So my third wave will be higher priority accounts, right? Don't care about these accounts. I care about these accounts a little more. I care about these accounts a little more, right? Care about these accounts a little more. I care about these accounts the most. I'll probably put 1 payout account here. I want to put 1 payout account here. I think I'll do 1 payout account here, 1 payout account here. That way, if I get 20 points here, I'll get a pay, or I think I need like 16 points. 16 points here, I'll get a payout. 16 points here, and I'll get a payout. So let me get my first wave of accounts ready. It'll be accounts that I don't care about. Let's see. Yeah, like this guy. In the next 3 minutes, I'll be deciding to enter a position or not. I like to see 15 minutes of buying pressure, or 20. If we close above 644, we could go up more. Yeah, we definitely could. But I just want to scalp like 20 points, which would be just to what, 5-1, 5-3, 3-3. Does it tell you anything if NQ, ES, and YM are at 0.29% and RTY is at 0.53%? I don't really look into YM or RTY. I actually never looked into YM or RTY. I'm a pure NQ and ES kind of guy. Because I think YM is like what, small caps? And RTY, I'm not sure what that is. I thought that was Raytheon for a second. Because ES is like top 500 performing companies, so that's like a good handful of the entire market, right? And then NQ is all the tech, healthcare, and I think communications. And tech is basically the entire market right now. So I put I put my all my analysis and all my indicators are based off of NQES, SPY, and QQQ. Although, like these days, you should honestly look at oil prices too. Like right here, when we got this news, and I saw that it was the Strait of Hormuz, uh, it was like some good news about it. I knew immediately that it was because this rally up is from oil news. Usually, the market does not care about oil news, but I think right now, because of the war, it matters a lot. So you'll see that oil and the stock market right now is like inversely correlated. And I think Bitcoin right now and what else? Bitcoin and something else is also very similar to the market right now. What's up, Starboy? One more rally up and I'm gonna start entering shorts. So far I've had a pretty good track record for my overnight scalps. Last stream, you guys were there, I actually ended up shorting. When was it? It was when we went up and up and up. Oh, it was right here. I think I shorted. I'm doing good, man. Thanks for asking. I think I shorted right here. It was like right here was my first entry. And then I shorted here, 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 and here. And I actually left this running overnight. And I think it actually ended up hitting take profit. I just put my profit target for like, I think $200 or something. And I just held it overnight. And I was able to survive this entire wave. I closed out somewhere here. I think I said my hard stop was 125 from here. 125 of 25056. 56 plus 125. What is that? 81? What is that? Yeah, 180, 81. I should have closed out here. But honestly, when I'm here and my accounts are already down like 125 points of 5 contracts, 6 contracts, 7 contracts, I just hold on to it. The accounts are worth like very little to me. And I just happen to get lucky on this sell-off. On your Tradify accounts, are you doing the daily select accounts? I'm doing the 5-day accounts. I used to do the daily accounts. But not anymore. Now, I'm not going to call this a mistrade because it doesn't... In no world would I have shorted here. Well, the top of this... Like I said, I wanted to short my... I would love an entry here. I never got it. So I don't think I would have ever shorted. I think if the next candle goes up like this, completely goes up like this, I will short. Getting lucky is underrated, but realistically, once you get funded, you need one good trade and then nurture your account for the next 4 days over the finishing line. Yeah, Luke, and you'll see me do that a lot, right? Like, remember how I say I'm gonna hit this very aggressively, and the reason why I take aggressively, and at what stage do I recommend you taking it aggressively, right? I would never be doing what I'm doing if I only had one account, right? And the reason why is because there's something called eval jail. And I've been there a lot and I absolutely hate it. Eval jail is when you lose all your funded accounts and you have to go back to evals. And you're like, oh shit, I can't trade with like quote unquote real money until I get funded again. So the way that I trade, it's very rare for me. It'll take the rarest of rare days for me to blow up all my accounts. And then I'm back in what is called eval jail. It's tilting, it's frustrating. I'm just in a bad mood when I'm in eval jail, because I'll take a good trade and I'm like, oh, nice trade. It's made me $0, right? What's up, Crypto Pro? I'm looking for another bump up and then I'll short. Usually I like to enter. I wanted this candle to go back up here and then short near this top. It does pull back after 15-ish minutes of buying, but there's some cases where this pullback will immediately get eaten up right here, and then I get my entry. But if we don't get back up here in the next 6 minutes, I need to wait for my next entry. It's flat, so I can scalp up or down, right? In this environment, if you're up or down, as long as you head towards the medium, it's not the worst trade, because you can see, okay, what if you're long? Okay, medium right here. What if you're short? Okay, that's fine. Near the top of the range, medium right here. That's about like what, 20 points? 59, 35, 20 points. This is a strong candle. Yeah, it's pretty strong. If we get like 20 minutes of selling, I will also end up buying. I would like my entry to be, I think the low of 2 days ago, which is 24563 and 6654. But if we get this candle gets like this and the next candle gets like this, I'll probably end up buying it right here. What, like 600 as my first wave, and then start staggering entries. This is what happens when we're flat. Just noise up, noise down. Now I could count this as a candle. I like lower lows, like lower low, lower low, lower low. Okay, that's considered 15-ish minutes of selling, right? So if I wanted to, I could enter near the bottom of this candle, but I think maybe if I want to enter, it'll be if this next candle goes down here, enter here as the first entry, and then second entry would be where what, like 600, 604, 600, right here or right here. We might rally up after this candle, maybe. I mean, it's just like noise, just chop, right? I just want to get in and get out for 20 points before the market decides to have a strong move in one direction. Which is why the more trades I take overnight, the less confident I'm in the scalps. So I like to be one and done for the night. Why are you trading at night? I trade basically all day. I trade almost 24 hours. I trade the New York session, but I can't stream it because I work, right? And I work with sensitive info, and you know, I'm an engineer, so it takes a lot of my time and energy, so I can't stream during New York. But I do trade in New York. But I also trade at night too. My night trades are usually scalps. It takes a lot for me to want to hold a runner. Like, it would take, like, for me to, like, it goes here, I buy right here, right? And then it goes down here and I buy right here, and then in one candle you see this. Then I cut, basically, like, if I had 4 accounts or 6 accounts, let's say I had 6 accounts, I would cut 4 or 5 on this wave up, like right here, and then on my last runner, I would just leave it, and then I would just, you know, go for a home run. All right, lower low, lower low, lower low. I think it might be time to get into a trade. Low priority accounts in right now. Let me see what other accounts I have. What other funded accounts I have. Let's see. I think first wait. How many accounts do I have in total? I have 5 at tops. At 5, 6, 7, 13, 13, 15, 15, 19, 19, 21. 21 accounts. So I think I'll do 3. 3 per wave. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. That's really what I'll do. So 3 accounts, 1 on Top Step, 1 on this new firm that I'm trading with, Funded Futures Family, and then 1 on, let's see, 1 on my new Apex account, my new funded Apex account. I have 3 of those. So I'm going to set up these entries here. The one I care about the least is my Apex account. So my Apex account will enter right here. And then these 2 accounts, the other 2 accounts I care about a little bit more. So I'll enter it right here. And same thing with my Funded Futures, Funded Futures Family account. 621. 621, next entry 600. 600 or 605. Or next wave, I guess I should say. Only scalping for 20 points. Although I say 20 points, but I do like 21 points because if you scalp 20 points, you only make 190 bucks. And then I get like my OCD triggers, and I hate like 190 to me seems like 190 is like so much less than 200 to me. Even though it's 10 bucks apart, it feels like 50. My brain just sees this and it's like, no, we gotta get 10 more bucks. So even though I say 20 points, it's more like 21. I think my first account was triggered in. Yeah. My Apex account was triggered in. Oh, but what sucks about Apex is that I need to shoot for 250 bucks per day. So that's like, shit, how much is that? That is 26 points. I might enter with 1 more micro on my Apex accounts down here. Yeah, I'm entering 1 more micro here. And then, let's see, 266, 4, 5, so 21 points. Okay. All right, let's see if we crash out today. I'm gonna set the take profits real quick. I think I need like 210. This should be exactly $200. Almost exactly. Same thing here. I need 210. Next wave of accounts, I will add 1 payout account, which is right here. I'm gonna let this continue selling. And then hop in near the bottom of this. Either this candle or the next red candle. So keep an eye on this account. This is the account that's currently in. dumped. The order block was weak. Here we go. This might be the start of a free fall. Let me look at the volume. It's not a crazy increase in volume. Like, you can still barely see it. I'm not too worried yet, but I could be in the next 10 minutes depending on how these candles form. Let me see where we're at. 613. All right, next candle. So ideally, this would have been the first entry of my scalps. Right here, 611. Where was my first entry? My first entry was here, 624. So 609, 608, 600 should be my next entries in here. My next entry actually should be this. Let me look at VIX. VIX is not horrible. When VIX is really high, I space it apart by about 20 points. Let me get my other accounts ready. I think I will jump in with one more Apex account. Actually, this should be 6 micros. One more Apex account. Same place. 608. Where's the middle of my screen? I gotta keep it here in case anybody joins on the phone or on shorts. Can I remove some of these? Hide column. Created on? I don't really care about that. I want them to see the open P&L. That's really the only one that matters, this open P&L one. Lots traded, I don't really care about that. Account name doesn't really matter. Can I move this? No, okay. I think I can see it now. So the official entry, second wave, was actually 609.50, which I think we did tap into. 609, yeah. Anyone looking for long? I'm in longs right now. I'm like longing for the next like 120 points. I'm just hoping that right now is not the exact time where the market decides to make a move like, okay, we're now going to crash now. This is the start of the downtrend. I'm just hoping that right now we're still in the noise phase, where we go up, we go down, we go up, we go down. You hope with me too? You're in longs? We'll see. You're hoping the same thing, just to be back to POC? Okay, we have a couple of volume profile traders in the Discord too. I personally don't trade it, but I used to trade it. I like volume-based indicators. Volume just makes more sense to me. It's like the reason why there's an increase in volume or heavy volume in that area is because people want to buy there. It's because people want to sell there, right? Versus something like a moving average, which doesn't account volume at all. I do have some volume like indicators for higher time frame, like months, like monthly levels, and they're all like volume based indicators. You're doing that trading the range into the median. Yeah. Well, that's just because today is a flat day. So I usually determine the trend at an hour after Globex opens, and the trend is what, like at 7 here. I mean, this looks flat, right? Dump, up, down, up. This is just flat. So when it's flat, I want to trade, just reverse these big rallies and these big drops. You'll see a when it's an uptrend and downtrend, like you'll know, right? Like here. I think yesterday was also flat. 7. Yeah, flat. So you can play both ways. Up, down. Flat. Flat. So many flat days. Ah, here we go. This is exactly how I would have looked at it. Okay. I mean, what does this look like to you? In a shorter time frame trend. I mean, that's just an uptrend, right? So when it's an uptrend, I'm not really playing towards the median. I'm playing towards the continuation. I'm looking for 15 to 20 minutes of selling. This was too slow for me, so I don't think I entered here. Like here. Right? 15 to 20 minutes of selling right here. Boom, 20 points, easy. Right? This is too slow for me. Like, you can kind of feel a pullback. Like, boom. Like, okay, this is a pullback. Boom. Right? This is too slow of a pullback. It's not bad. It's just too slow. Right? Too slow of a pullback. I don't think I traded any of this. Right? Too slow of a pullback. Boom. Pullback. Right? Multiple entries. Right? This one hits take profit, this one hits take profit. This one, if he DCA'd in, maybe could have taken profit. Boom. All out, right? That's how I scalp. Did I lose all my money yet? You want to see the price break? 435. 435. You mean down here? Got a long way to go for 435. I'll be stopped out before then. Oh, we might be on different contracts. Because for me right now, the price is 607. Can you at least tap me in? You can't make this up. The low of this was 608. Are you serious? At least tap me in before you consider going up. But just don't flush. Yeah, I think we're in different NQ contracts. Let me check my email. I think I recently started trading this new firm. Your payout is approved. Okay. Okay, so I get it in 1 through 3 business days. Nice. What I learned from watching you is always place my entry 1 point higher or lower than you. That's hilarious. I try not to, like, I mean, I usually end up leaving orders in so like anyone that watches me on stream can see it. But somebody got in trouble recently. It was on excuse me. It was on X. Someone got banned because I think he was doing a Discord service where like he basically everybody copied him from the exact entry to the exact exit. And he got banned from Lucid. What his name was. Which is why for my Discord, like for the premium, I just give you guys the trade ideas and I give you guys the levels and that's it. What's that guy's name? AJ? What's the CEO? Oh, Turbo Trades? Is that him? Turbo Trades. Ah, yeah. This is exactly the guy, yeah. Yeah, he got banned from Top Step and Lucid. AJ is Lucid CEO. Yeah, I was trying to find AJ because AJ responded to him saying like dude, you and other people had orders that were milliseconds apart, which seems like to me that on Discord he will put out an alert notice and then he'll be like, guys, I'm going long here and I'm exiting right here. He was using a software. He's very adamant about like showing like that he hasn't used any software, so I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it's illegal, or I don't know if it's illegal, but it's something about like trading in conjunction with a bunch of people. That's why a lot of my stuff is like I give you guys an idea, which is like, oh, I'm thinking about around here, and I never tell you guys where I'm entering during the New York time. And I hold runners, so like our entries and exits will always be different. A lot of it is discretionary, so like, you know, I'll close out 20 points, 30 points, 40 points. Ain't no way, because everyone live streams, right? I mean, but a lot of the times they go after people that like Like when you're low key and you aren't that good of a trader like me, nobody's gonna go out of their way to ban me or anything. No one. When you're really big, and you copy trade like that, like imagine if 100 people copied him. I think he made like 10k or 20k across 5 accounts copy traded. Imagine if 100 people did that. That's like 20k, 5 accounts of 100k, 100k plus 100 people, that's $100,000. Wait, no, 100k times 100 people, that's a million. Dude, ever since I got out of school, my math has just been really bad. Like it's not even funny, it's really bad. Ever since I graduated college. 100,000 times 100 is $10 million, and they would have to pay out like half of that. Makes sense. Your input ideas and thought process matters more. Yeah. Yeah, no, the premium is more like a course that's wrapped around my percent levels. It's like someone could join in, read everything, and then just leave because, well, they've learned everything, right? I mean, sure, they might miss some new stuff that I'll learn, but to get to where I'm at, I basically put everything on the premium. All right, next entry in. This one only needs one. This one I'm only going for a payout. I have, I think, 2 more accounts entered here. Let me see where. One more Apex account is in, and did I take one more? Oh, I didn't? Wait, hold on. I need to enter with another account, with like a Lucid account. It doesn't make sense for me to go 3 accounts here and 2 accounts here. 2 accounts on a better cost basis. If we dip again to this bottom here, I'll end up buying. But I might have missed it. I didn't set up my stuff correctly. You had buy orders at 0675 and it came to 07 pure cinema. Dude, that was what I was saying when this came to 608, and I was like, all right, bro. See, Luke, that's what you get for saying what you said earlier about 1 point below me. That's evil, because that's like you get more odds than me. That's fucked up. Karma at its finest. Well, this could still crash, right? But this I'm only playing for. This is less. This is 1450, 14 points. So this is an even shorter scalp than my other accounts. If we dip another 15 to 20, I'll enter in with another payout account, and I think that payout account is My Funded Futures. My Funded Futures. Let me set it up. It's this account. I'm gonna put in a buy order with another account if we hit the bottom of this candle again. I should have entered with 3 accounts, but I only entered with 2. That's the thing about having, I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 8 tabs open for trading. So I get overwhelmed a lot, and I mess up some executions. You might get it though. This bounce has been pretty weak. Here's another drop. All right, in with another account. 20 points. How much is 20 points? 240. All right, market. Let's see if you want to crash. And I actually should be adding one more micro onto this account. On the next dip. I'm gonna leave it as is, just because just the overall sentiment of the market, I just don't feel good about the market. Like when I feel decent about the market, I'm entering in with 5 accounts every single entry, but I'm entering in with like 3, and I think last night it was 2. Come on, give me this one payout and then blow up all of my accounts. And then this one payout will pay for all of those accounts and more. All right, now right before hitting take profit, now reverse and blow up all of my accounts. Yep, now turn around right now and blow up all of my accounts. Seems like reverse on the 1 minute. All right, next payout secured. I'm still in. I was too scared to add 1 micro into this account. But the overnight model that I trade with, technically I'm supposed to have added 1 micro right here. Right? Which would lower this cost average and make this 20 points even lower if I'm only shooting for 200 bucks a day. And then it's up to my discretion if I want to hold it for the original 20 points or cut it at 200, which would be like 4 or 5 points lower. Like reverse on the 1 minute. The volume is not really there. Like what I wanted to see was like a candle like this candle. I still don't trust it. I would trust a candle like this. And by trust, I mean cut like 90% of my accounts near the top and leave 1 runner. That's how much I would trust it. It takes a lot for me to trust a big candle with volume, because a lot of times you'll see a big candle with volume. You'll see a big candle with volume, and then it sucks a lot of people in, and then the next candle is just like it goes down here, and then sometimes it'll keep going up, or sometimes it'll just go back down here like nothing happened, and then you're like, what the fuck? So what you want to see on those big candles is a continuation of volume. you want this first green candle to have less volume than the next green candle with even more volume. You'll see that a lot in short squeezes. Like here, when we had the news, like I said that be careful of the volume. This is a huge green candle, and then the next candle had even more volume, right? And then this candle had even more. It was shorts getting squeezed out. And then right here is where it died off. Near, I think, NQ's or QQQ's previous day high or previous day low. Yeah, previous day low. What I want to see is if I had a bullish bias, I want this to get up over the open price, which is 24632, and I want it to stay above 24632. Like right here, I want it to stay above here. So if I zoom out, you'll see this little candle just doesn't mean much, right, in the grand scheme of things. Use everyday job? Oh yeah. Yeah, I would never quit my day job. I would only quit my day job if I can turn my prop from trading business like into like a 300K business per year. Because so far this month I haven't had a net negative month, but statistically it's going to happen. One of these months, I'm just going to keep losing all my trades. I'm going to keep blowing up. I'm going to keep buying evals, and maybe I'll get like a drought of 2 or 3 weeks where I don't get a single payout. That's what I have a day job for. That, and I also built up a good cushion. Like, for me to go net negative for this year, I would have to spend 150K with no payout. The way that I treat accounts, it's very difficult for that to happen to me. $290. Well, it's $290 for this year and last year, so I'm cheating a little bit. $290 is lifetime. This year it's 207.5. Last year I think it was 88 or 90. I had the option to take out more than 100K, but I was really worried about taxes. Like really worried. I was like, oh shit, am I gonna go into the negative? So during the last month, like during December, I literally stopped taking payouts, and I bought a shit ton of accounts to cut into the tax. Yeah, thanks for you. I really appreciate that. I want to see how the rest of this year goes. So now this year like December, I started talking to tax people, and they were like, dude, you need to buy a car and put it to your self-employment. You need to, like, do you want to buy a laptop? Like, do you want to buy this? Do you want to buy that? You need to cut into your tax like right now. And I was like, dude, I don't want to buy a car. I don't like. Which we can say. Listen to the little kid with the angry face that says "happy for you," dude. That little, I see that on Reddit all the time. That meme is hilarious. Where someone is like, I just hit a 1000x trade, and then they're like, wish it, like, you know, happy for you. It should have happened to me. Blah blah blah. That meme is funny. Suffering from success. You guys will. A lot of prop traders know that. The prop business is like, or just the self-employment business, you'll know that you need to find deductions and do anything possible to reduce your tax. Tax is like the final boss, right? The first boss is like getting those first couple of payouts, getting the snowball rolling. You want it to roll into an avalanche, right? The way that I described my trading was that, the hell is this? Oh, this is my intraday trailing drawdown explanation from like 2 days ago, 3 days ago, right? The way that I said was that initially I started with 500 bucks a month, right? And the way that I said is like, it's like a snowball, right? It gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, right? So like I started off with 500, but nowadays I could spend 30K in a month, and it actually kind of helps my taxes. And if I do decent with the 30K in 1 month, the snowball gets even bigger and then even bigger, right? My life has not changed at all. I live the exact same where if I had no payout. Except that's kind of a lie because I have been door dashing recently. So I'm kind of a liar for that. I door dashed yesterday actually. I door dashed Poke. And then, you know what? Today I actually door dashed too, but I only door dash when there's like a really good deal. Like I never spend more than 20 bucks, but suffer from success. My net, like out of the 290, I think I put it in the chat. It's not beautiful because nobody wants to talk about net, right? Everybody wants to talk about how much money you've actually made, right? And somebody asked me what's my monthly that I pay for prop firms, and I showed my Chase bank account right here. You won't see people doing this. Right? I could have just responded back to him, oh, I spend 1K a month. That's a fucking lie, right? I literally went on my Chase app, and on the Chase app there's a budget like for your spending. So I did the math, and it's about 20K a month for this year, right? So for 2026, my total income, this includes my day job, which is just take out like 4K a month. So what? Take out 12K from this income. And then my spending for this year, so I buy everything on this account. My spending is 137 minus 78K because I sent that to my options account or my high yield savings account or whatever. Right, so my spend is 20K a month, but this is not where I started. I started 500, then 1,000, then 2,000, then 3,000, right? And I only ever increased it on my payout. Definitely a page out of Matt's book. Like the which part? Oh shoot, we're going up. I'm gonna hold this for you guys. Right about, let's see, right about here. Oh, like how he shows he's legit? Oh yeah. Oh no, yeah. Dude, he's like, he's on a whole nother level, right? I don't trade to, like, I'm not, you know, like he does that live account shit. I could never do that. Just an average guy, just trading prop firms, figuring out ways to beat it. I think my other accounts hit the take profit. Let me check. Yeah, so my Lucid took 20 points. And my Apex account took, oh shit, it needs 6 more bucks. Are you kidding me? All right, I'm back in with my Apex account. I need to make $6 more. I'm gonna buy 6 micros here, target $6. Your stream and his ones are the only ones you'll watch. Yeah, it like nowadays, I mean, people still fall for a lot of fake stuff. But I've always been transparent, and a part of why it's easy for me is because a lot of people that like to hide, they want to guarantee you like their payouts or whatever, or this and that. Like my brand is not being the best trader out there, right? In my entire brand name, I'm just an average trader. So I don't have this pressure on me to like, oh, I need to win. I need to like basically guarantee for whoever is following me, I need them to make money, right? That's not part of my like identity. A lot of people on the internet, it's like they only show you, you know, the good. But, like I've shown you guys my worst days, right? I don't really watch too many streamers except for him. I do watch his stream. I'm really glad I stumbled upon him because I would have never found his I would have never found him out. But I used to watch the My Fun of Future stream back when they did the free resets. Dude, I got so many free resets because I had fast internet. I was living the life. And then they stopped doing it and I was so sad. That's how you found out about him? Yeah. I think they're still doing I don't really watch the My Fun of Futures stream anymore. I just tune in for Matt. And like I've also like developed my own. So like if you know Matt, you know his DD bands, right? So I've developed my own bands that I've been working on. That I've been trading off of. But his stuff is way more complex. Right, I think, did I end up buying you the boot camp, or did you already buy it, Ryu? Remember back in the day where I used to do like giveaways every single day? I don't know if I bought you one. I mean, it was only 20 bucks, but not a knock on MF My Fun of Futures, yeah. Most of the streamers aren't like, you can just tell from Matt's trading style and how he carries himself, and everything he knows is that he's really one of the ones. Like, you know, people that blow up for prop firms are not the same as someone that has traded futures on a brokerage account for their entire life. It's like basketball. It's like a prop firm trader is like a street ball person who's only ever played pickup, right? But they've played with no rules. So they would play street ball, you know, they would carry, right? They would break a lot of rules, they would break traveling rules and be like, oh, that's how I played it. But then a real trader is someone that went through the ringer, right? Went through training, went through the college route to the NBA route, and you can tell he's one of those guys. Like his confidence, even when he's in like drawdown, when he's lost like 100k days, you could just tell that, you know, it's not gonna be the end for him. Oh, you think you won't? But I already purchased one before I found your stream. Oh yeah, I think like I was never really affiliated with his stuff. I think at one point they were thinking about giving me a code, but it never went through. Yeah, it never went through, and I just PayPal'd people. Like I had no affiliates. Like I would buy people accounts, I would just PayPal them the money and be like, hey man, use this to learn, or you're wondering if that ever took off? No, it didn't. I just didn't like reach back out. It just kind of became too much of a hassle, and I was like, maybe when I get bigger. I respect him because he says his mission is to teach people how to beat props and despise all the influence traders that bullshit people and steal their money. That's the easy way to make money, though. So Matt is he's at that point of his life where he doesn't care about that kind of money, right? A lot of these affiliates, right, would make X $1,000s a month. It would make more than a traditional job, and it's a lot of money, right? People that sell courses, that sell premium discords. I even started one, right? Mine is a lot cheaper compared to all other people's, but it's just because it's a lot easier than trading. It's like, would you rather go like, Like, okay, it's like go to the NBA or teach a JV team how to play basketball. Which one is easier? Like the NBA pays a lot, right? Well, I guess you would teach. You would sell something about basketball. A lot of the stuff I just resort back to basketball because I end up watching a couple, a little bit of the NBA, but it's easier to coach JV than it is to make it to the NBA. And Matt's made it to the NBA. I'm overseas, I guess. I would put that where I'm at. I'm an overseas player who couldn't make it to the NBA. Yeah, I'm building my own thing. We'll see how it goes. It's mostly a side thing. Like honestly, it's a lot of work. I think it'll take me like years of streaming for me to build up to where I want to be. Like that plus the full-time job in the morning, it's just kind of a pain in the ass, really. So whoever is, you know, like I think my current premium, I think there's only like 10 people right now, which is like 10 people is amazing. I thought I was gonna get like one person or 0 people. Yeah, I mean, my premium is like something you can buy once, read through the entire thing, and like you don't even have to stay. Like you just read the prop notes. Maybe you'll miss out on new things I'll add, but all my prop notes are there. My only thing that would ever could be a monthly or like keep people in is my percent lines. That's like my selling point. Signaling is but here's what I do, Davi. So I've made these lines of my own. Here I go shilling for myself. I've made these lines where I categorize days based off of the percent, right? And this was one of the days that I traded where I just talked about the percent. Right here. So these lines are X percent days. This first green line, only 15% of days cross it. Or sorry, 12% of days cross this green line. 9%, no, 12%, 5%, 2%, 1%. So what I do is, this was basically my, like, these are resistance line guys. I don't tell you guys any entries because that's not, I don't think that's legal. And I gave them the other days that are like it. And I took, this is what happened after. I took these exact trades, right? First line is 12%. Okay, first wave of accounts here, right? And then I said, well, I think I said I will blow up all my accounts at 25050. Right, 25050 was right up here, which is a 1% day. You'll see all these arrows were successful scalps. Dead accounts, because they never went back down, but scalp, 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 and I think it went higher up here. I scalped all the way up here. It's called, I call them trade ideas. I can't give signals because signals aren't legal. Yeah, thanks, man. And dude, that's awesome. Warhammer 40K. That's the that's a D&D, is it D&D kinda? I think I've seen videos of people playing that. I think I played Warhammer 40K with one of the games that just came out. I played it, but then I couldn't keep playing it because my computer was too shit. Which one was it? It was what game was it? Warhammer 40K? It was, oh, Space Marine 2. I played that one, but then my computer couldn't handle it. It was actually very fun, but I think I can only get to like, I was still in the tutorial, and then I was like, dude, I can't play this. I'm getting like 10 frames. This was like last year when my computer was pretty bad. I think my computer now can handle it. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so you guys do the board one. Yeah, I've heard of people like that. Dude, I love the lore of it. The lore is sick. The Marines and then like all the other factions. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it was a very fun game. I like the combat of it. I was getting shit on though. Like I'm not gonna lie, I was just getting absolutely blasted trying to play with 10 frames. I don't know if you guys make your own stuff, but I've heard that like making it is like so delicate. Like you need like tweezers, because it's like so detailed, but it's so tiny, right? So let's see if we'll hit the initial take profit. Do I want to hold a runner? Let me put this up here while I decide. I'm gonna take profit. How many accounts do I have in right now? I have 3 accounts still in. That was the first wave of accounts. I could exit 2 accounts and hold 1 runner. I think I'm gonna hold this Top Step as the runner because I have 2 more Top Step Express accounts that I can activate. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let this run, and I'm just gonna pray for a day that's like this. And then on these dips, I'm gonna buy in and hope we get a day like this. And I'm gonna try to run up because this account only has like 2.4k. Not a big priority account. Am I being too greedy though? I'm kind of being too greedy. If I can get 40 points, I'll close out. Like, I don't care. This is a lower priority account, but it's still like, I still want this account to succeed. Right? It's got 2.4k buffer. I should just treat it normally and not be an idiot. If I am gonna be an idiot, I'll wait until New York and then I'll be an idiot scalping, and blow up on a 5% day. That's when I'll blow up this account. You thought you were being greedy at 628 since my entry was 597, but it seems to be going up. I think. Where are we at now? Yeah, we're at 30s. Oh, we're almost at 40s. If we get like, if this next candle like skyrockets, then I'll consider staying in and holding for like 50 plus points. But like overnight trades that are over like that are over 30 points, it's like very like 30 points overnight is like the equivalent of like 60 to 80 points in New York when New York is stable, right? Not when it's like wiki up and down high VIX, right? When it's stable, you know, like 40 points is like a pretty good trade, right? Like a good amount of points. 60 points is a good amount of points, right? Like holding overnight for 30 points, I've gotten burned a lot holding for 40 points overnight, and I was like, why don't I just take it at 30 points? And then when I scalp, I'm just like, wait, why don't I just do it for 20? And this scalping model is very like, it's very high win rate. I think out of all my streams, I only lost 1 scalp, and that happened 2 days ago or yesterday. I back tested the scalping method for the past 6 months of Thinkorswim, right? For the past 6 months of the market, because Thinkorswim only goes back 6 months. And then the on-demand data where you can go past 6 months is kind of shit, I'm not gonna lie. I don't do it, but in the past 6 months, I think I only lost maybe 7 days or like 8 days. So if I can get a really good stride, I can build up a good amount of buffer. And then on those days where it does blow up or it does lose, it's very rare for it to be straight up. Usually on some interval, right? On my 5 wave of accounts, on the days that does blow up, like 2 or 3 of them will hit take profit. And then these ones with the worst entries will blow up. Right? Days like yesterday were kind of rare when I was backtesting. Days like here. 7 right here, flat. So I'll do either direction. Wait for an overextension. I'm pretty sure I bought down here. Oh, or is it down here? I bought in one of these dips. Scalp 20 points. Easy peasy, and then this was like a slow grind up, and then I wanted to short it, which I'm pretty sure I shorted it like around here, and then we had this. Wait, was it yesterday? Oh no, it was last time when I streamed. It was this day. Yep. Flat. So overextension. You fade it. Overextension here. Short here. No pullback at all. Where are we? Oh wait, did I not? I'll leave this for now. Take profit for the other accounts is 64575, and my apex is 64550. And we hit 642.75. Okay, now crash and blow the accounts. That would be perfect. Oh, I gotta remember to keep this centered for anybody joining in the shorts. In the shorts section. In the YouTube short. Let's see how it looks. I think it looks okay now. Yep, that looks fine now. For some reason, my logo on like my live stream and like my at the end of my YouTube videos is still of my original drawing. Like it looks so bad. I think I don't need my screenshot here anymore, so I'll just take a screenshot of this. Oh shit. Do you guys see this? This was my first drawing ever on my first ever YouTube video. I was like, oh shit, I need a character, and I drew this. But I changed my avatar, but it's not changing. This is like the bottom of like, I think it's like a YouTube card or something. How do I get rid of this guy? I don't want him here anymore. Keep it, it's unique to you, man. It's like 180p. Like it's it looks cool. All right, I'll keep it. I had to update my guy. I literally went on like a whole like trying to figure out, okay, how do I just add somebody into the screen? That way I'll just do a stick figure. Yeah, like the quality just looks shit. He didn't even have any hair. I didn't even bother putting any hair on him. Why did I not do that? This new guy has hair. Go up. Go up right now. Oh. Back into the corner. I gotta remember, always keep it right here. Technically, I could have added, where was it? This was initial entry. My ad was 608, 609. This was the ad. This was technically the second ad. Or I'm sorry, the third ad right here. Yeah, Ryu, take it easy, man. I'm happy you stopped by, and I'm happy you took a payout, man. See you next time. This was actually the third wave of accounts right here. It should have been 1, 2, and 3. But I missed this one. I think I was like monologuing or something. I don't know what I was doing. And I'm deciding if I want to take this again. Could I could. I even said right before stream, or right before this trade started, I said the second account, the second wave is one payout account, which I'll be able to take a payout after this day. And this third wave is another payout account, which should have already hit take profit. I was monologuing. It caught me monologuing. If it dips down here again, I might consider this third account, adding in the payout, and I think 2 or 3 more accounts. It's just usually when I do end up getting the hit for the second wave, I just stop. I'm like, all right, I'm done. But I shouldn't stop, because on my back test, I still take this third wave. On my back test, I still take this fourth wave and fifth wave, and I don't exit until I hit the initial 20 points of the initial first wave of accounts. So this was actually mismanaged by me, and this just cost me like 2K. Oh, dude, this should have already gotten 41 points or 20 points. Damn. But I think I wanted it here. What, 212.43? Or no, 210? All right, I'm to enter on another. Oh, dude, I don't want to enter here. We rejected the opening price of 24634. I really did not want to see that. I think right before I said I want us to break above 24634 and hold it. We didn't hold it at all. This is very bad. Question is, do I want to add here? This was my initial third wave of accounts. Oh shit. Not only did I mismanage and miss profits, now I'm gonna take another trade and it's gonna fuck up my accounts. I can already feel it. I'm supposed to take it with 7 micros. This is fucked. Give me one more lower low, and I'm gonna jump back in. In this next candle or in this current candle or this next candle, if we get a lower low, I'm gonna jump back into the long. Volume is picking up. This is very bad. If the next candle has another wave of increased volume, it's very, very bad. All right, give me the low again. Give me 8-2. And I'll enter in with 5 micros because I'm a pussy. I'm not going to trust this move up unless we see increased volume. Ideally bigger volume than this previous candle. And shooting us back up to... I really want it to be above like 3-2, like really bad. Alright, give me that flush candle. And I'll hop in with 2 more accounts. One Lucid account and no, one Apex account and my other payout account. This Apex account I'll enter with 6 micros because I need 6 micros because 20 points with 5 micros I need to shoot for like 26 points, which is just not it. With 6 micros, I can shoot for like 21. That should be okay. We're holding 600, but volume is tiny. Let's see, what's my other payout account? It's right, it's this one. It's Mindful Futures account. Alright, give me a lower low and crash. And then blow up the account. I mismanaged it again. Overnight scalp official entry. If this actually hit the take profit, the initial entry for this new scalp would be this candle is red, then we enter here 15 to 20 minutes of selling pressure, and we bet on something like this. Because I'm still stuck in this position, my entry should have been here. But with this increased volume, I only want to buy in like right here. Right here is not bad, and honestly, I'm like, I mean, 6 points is kind of a lot, right? That's more than 20% of my profit target. So instead of shooting for a 100% profit target, I have to shoot for 120%. So entry efficiency is very, very important when you're scalping. Didn't add in on this account at 609. They didn't add in the third wave of accounts at like 9.3. This was just bad trading all around. It's me not sticking to my model. And now I'm too afraid to add into one more micro here into this account. Just because of this violent move down. I'm worried about it slipping. When you see it slip, it's like increased volume, bigger candle, bigger candle, bigger candle. We haven't had that in a little bit. And I'm not surprised where we had this big rally up. This previous day had like a 14% chance to close positive, and I think it just barely closed positive. Um, oh no, it barely closed red, so it's like a doji candle. But after a huge move like this, I'm not really surprised for a overnight session to just be a slow, gradual, like cool off period, but like on the other direction. Last night or 2 nights had a good slip downwards. Yes, I think it was this one, right? After 10, we just had gradual. But you'll see, like, a lot of times for an over, like, how much is this? 192. This is like 500 points here, right? You'll see a little cool off period. So what I'm worried about is we had this, and then there's a little cool off period here. Hopefully I can just get out alive with the noise going up, but I actually should have already been out, but because I traded poorly, I'm stuck in this red position, and I will hold this for a very long time. If this next candle takes us back down here, I'm gonna enter in with another wave of accounts. Uh, 602 with 5 micros. He'll settle for a small profit. What I'm worried about is the 600 whole number is now acting as resistance, and I really don't like to see that. This was a very wimpy bounce. At least we're not slipping and crashing, but this bounce is very wimpy. 600 was a decent catching point because it's a whole number. But I mean, you can just see this volume. With high volume, close levels, like they do not care about it. Stop out around 700. As you mentioned, last 2 days all downtrend. Yeah, like remember how I said there's no evidence of, like, there's no good news, so why would I be bullish? I think I said it right after FOMC. It's like, and I think that's what happened. When was FOMC? Was it yesterday or 2 days ago? I think this was FOMC. I was like, okay, FOMC, if rates are stable, what good news do we have? Why would we be bullish? And I think this is FOMC. This was FOMC right here, right? If rates stay the same, that's not really good news, and we just have a bunch of war news going on with no peace treaties. Seems like we have no peace treaties anywhere. You can just see what happens. All right, here comes the second entry. One more account. 294225. Okay, this account. 26. Right here, tap me in. 6 accounts on my funded futures account. And do I want to add one more account? Oh yes, my Apex account. Yeah. My new Apex account. All right, I'll leave this and then I'll keep this on the screen right here. Or is it this one? Yeah, I'll keep this one on the screen. Settled around 700. Was that, oh, was that for yesterday? That was a pretty spot on sell order. What was yesterday at 700? Oh yeah, that was near the low of 2 days ago. I'm not sure if I said it, but I think if I was saying somewhere to set up orders, it would be 727. Which you could start DCAing into at around 700. That one will certainly add to your statistic, time spent in losing trade. Oh, dude, I've spent, let me see if do I still have my, let me see. Oh, here. Let's look at some of my stats. These were accounts that I had with Funded Next. No, these ones. This is a new one. Which one is an old one? Ah, here we go. Now this is an old one. Look at this. Longest losing trade time, 9 hours. That's more than the entire New York session, right? 9 hours. These stats were pretty good though. But I'm pretty sure the discount is now dead. 9 hours and 4 minutes. Longest losing trade, 5 hours. 6 hours basically. Wow, my longest losing trade. Oh, this is a new account. That was a new account. Longest losing trade, 9 hours. I hold on to some runners for a very long time. All right, I think my next accounts are triggered in. Yep, if you see here in the P&L. Right here. This is the next account. Let me just put in a profit target real quick. What the fuck? Didn't. I think I need like 20 points. All right. Now hit this order. That's quite some time. Dude, Luke, you know how I am. Sometimes I'm like, all right, this account has taken a lot of drawdown, and some accounts I would literally hold the trade and I would be like, you're either blowing up or you are you're making money. It was probably one of those days where I did an X% day and then I held it all the way till market close. Because I know how stubborn I am. I'm not gonna hold a trade for 9 hours and take a loss. I'm gonna hold it and I'm gonna be, dude, are you serious? What's my buy order? Dude. Why did you trigger it? If we hit this for 40 bucks, I'm gonna be so sad. I'd rather just not have the 40 bucks. Are my other accounts in? Okay, my new Apex account is in. Okay, so it's not the end of the world. Is my Fund of Futures in? Okay, my Fund of Futures is in. Okay. Right under 600. I should be able to take out another payout. Go back. We won't say anything because of karma. All right, so my Fund of Futures account, I only took a payout day. So I just took the scalp. So this is my dude. I'm gonna hold this. You are making me thousands of dollars. I don't care. I'm putting you to work. All right, a little easy scalp from here to 25615. So we'll see if that hits. So second payout account is now done. My Apex account is still in the trade. My Apex account will now be my runner. YOLO account, 1 micro, baby. Here we go. Let's see when I blow up. I will blow up this account, but 25,000. If this account blows up, I'm buying everyone in the premium a 50k account. We just have to drop by 1200 points. So let's make this a 1-to-1 trade. You know, I want to work and practice on my RR. Let's do a 1-to-1 here. 1-to-1. There we go. Excuse me. You didn't exit at $50 profit. I think I have to overcome the fear of spending like 20 minutes and 200, and then the moment I go into 500, go out and not take bigger profit. Which entry was that for, Luke? Was that for the first wave when we were first talking about longs? A lot of that fear comes from like basically just money, right? 5996 micros like 20 minutes ago. He's hit into it. Ah, gotcha. Did you go out of it for 10 points here, or are you still holding on to it? Or did you take the loss? You'll notice that like when I trade, when I'm scared, it's because it's not about me scared about losing the account, it's me scared about the price action, and it's me scared about I want to get the best entry possible. Still holding? Yeah, hopefully we bounce up from here. This is right where the entry would be for another scout model. Another scout model, that's part of it, is if we get an overextended move like this, and then we get a little pause, the next time we hit the low of this account, I'm back in for 20 points. And you'll see it played out exactly how I wanted it to. For 20 points. This was also another one of my back tests. It sucks because I couldn't get out, but my payout account, I secured it, and this account, I'm just gonna hold on to it. Do I want to DC with this account? I don't think I do. I'm gonna hold this account forever. All right, let's see if it tags me back in. My Apex account took profit for, how many points is that? For 24 points, so that one's out. I'm still holding my first Apex account, so there's 2 accounts still in from this initial first wave. Or no, 3. My Fun of Futures family account is still in. You see me entry at the bottom, the wick sometimes doesn't go through. What do you think about putting your orders a little bit higher so you can make sure you're in the trade? I could, but to be honest, anywhere near this wick, anywhere in this wick action is a decent area to buy into, right? When I'm back testing, right? So I'll show you exactly how I back test this model, right? This is exactly what I would have said. I said, oh shit, that's a big move. Okay, right, lower low, like lower low right here, another lower low. No wait, no, is this one lower low, not lower low, but red candle, and I'm like, okay, this if we get an entry near this bottom, I will get back in. Okay, give me an entry near this bottom. Okay, that's okay, but I want a lower low. Okay, technically anywhere in this range is an okay buy. I've noticed that, yes, sometimes I do miss out on trades, and in my back tests, this is also a decent entry anywhere in these wicks. But if I do miss out on this trade, right, and it does end up going up, I still have my first wave of accounts here. Where are they? Here? Right, so if this goes up, even though I'll miss out on this, right, the first wave of accounts take profit. But then it all becomes like, okay, so when is the best time to enter? Or what area is the best time to enter? I like entering at the bottom of candles. That's just me. And even though this, so I'm showing Top Step right now, and this account missed it, but my Apex account was at, it entered at 5,350. And my Fun and Futures account entered at 8,225. You can also go 1 point more than what I suggest, and then you end up 20 points higher. You can also go up 1 point more than I suggest, and you end up 20 points higher. Right. So a lot of this like scalping and trading, it's a lot of like discretion, right? Because not two traders will never trade the same, and in your case, right, in this example, you were 100% right. I was being greedy with my entry here, and look what it cost me. It cost me about 200 something bucks, right? But then there's another world where this ticks me in a little bit lower, and then it's fine, right? But in both cases, the trader will make money. So like one day one trader will be right, and the next day one trader will be right. That's why usually I never argue with someone that's like, oh, your way of trading wouldn't work, right? Because one day I will be down $50,000, and then the next trader will be like, dude, this was the easiest day ever. I made 50K, and I'm like, all right, man, you got it, you got me. It's better risk management where you're doing if it goes the other way since you're losing less. Yeah, even though the less is like 1 point, but it could also be like it could also go like this, right? Go here, I missed the entry, it goes up 20 points, and then it crashes down and I lose this account. In that case, just because I didn't follow how you said just enter at this point and take the profit, in this case, I lost the account. Right? So you can make an argument for every single case, like how I just made an argument for your case. And this has happened to me sometimes where I miss the first entry and I enter on the second entry, and then I lose, right? But there's also cases where I miss the first entry and the second entry still works. Or I missed the first entry and then it crashes down and I'm like, oh, thank God I missed it. It's all a flip of the coin. Even those rally days are a flip of the coin, right? You like my way of trading since you covered both situations with different accounts depending on their drawdowns, etc. Yeah, and also prioritize accounts differently. I don't think a lot of people teach the way that a lot of people don't look at the way of prop trading that I look at it. Like, who's there prioritizing accounts with different account management where you put in multiple waves of accounts, but then you prioritize it based off of, you know, drawdown health, if it's an eval, if it's this, if it's that, right? I'm not here to become, oh, as much as I would love to become a good trader, I'm here to extract as much money as I can from prop firms before they start. I don't think they'll die out, but this past year is completely different than 1 year plus ago when I first started. When I first started, prices were so low, rules were so easy, right? And nowadays, prices are going up, rules are changing. Some of them for the better, some of them for the worse. Most of them for the worse. And accounts are getting worse. Like back then, surely we'll see some new firms and the old ones start dying and become too difficult to pay out. I think so. And the most recent one is Lucid. And that's why Lucid has some of the best accounts right now. What prop firms do is when they're still unknown, they give out really good rules, really fast payment, really good accounts for an X amount of time, right? What they're doing is they're doing something called a loss leader, right? If you've been to Costco or someplace like that, what's the loss leader for that place? It's the rotisserie chicken, right? What does that chicken do? It gets you into the door. And do you only spend $5 at Costco? No, you go and buy stuff in bulk and you end up paying $100, $200 for groceries, right? Even though it's still worth it, you still end up paying a lot more. So those are the loss leaders. And you can tell, look, I'll show you the Lucid Discord. Major announcements. Price increases. Price increases. Right. Oh, yeah, the 150 hot dogs, exactly. Loss leaders. Because they know business. Right? They tried to take away stuff and look how people reacted. When was their last big stuff? Look. Price increases, price increases. Look at how many price increases. New accounts. But the new accounts are worse. Price increases. New rules. Live program updates. Price increases. Price increases. Right? Because now Lucid has gotten their share of the market. Same thing with Funded Next. Funded Next did the same thing. They had the best accounts in the game, which is why when you're on X and you see which prop firms have to pay out the most, you'll see Funded Next up there because people that have a lot of money, they can bypass a lot of the rules. And if you full port every single day, you will take out a shit ton of money without even knowing how to trade if you just DCA, right? I go with the Flex account for Lucid, but recently I just saw the 25K Pro and there's no daily loss limit. So I'm trying those next. And they have a deal for it right now. They have buy 3 Pro accounts and you get 1 free reset. So I'm doing those 25K Pro accounts. Yeah, 150 hot dog, 150 drink, rotisserie chicken, right? And then once the prices are that low, what do people do? They start talking about it. Hey, have you heard? Wait, why are you buying that much chicken for that much? You can go to Costco and buy a rotisserie chicken for $5. Costco, what's that? Wait, $5? Really? Yeah. And then they have hot dogs and a drink for $1.50. You can't get that anywhere. People start talking about it, right? You're essentially paying stuff at a loss, and then you're getting all this benefits from it. It's actually insanely smart. It's what I was trying to do in my beginning phases of streaming, where I did giveaways every single day. What were my giveaways? My giveaways were loss leaders to get more people into my stream, to get more likes onto my stream. I would put bounties every single day. 10 concurrent viewers, 10 likes equals 1 giveaway. 20 and then 20 is 1 giveaway. Then I would increase it, like 20, 20, 30, 30, increase it. You go there for a 150 hot. Yeah, exactly. $400 worth of groceries in bulk. Yeah, exactly. Even though there still are some really good deals, and the Costco meat quality is actually very good from what I hear. You can get stuff from like the cheaper cuts to like the Wagyu cuts, like the really good cuts. It's a good way. It only works if you have good content to provide and you do have that. Yeah, I need to start bringing that back. But I did it a lot for the New York session just because a lot of people are in New York. But excuse me, one of the reasons why I stopped streaming in New York, first of all, is because of my job and I had to focus on trading. But another reason is because I'm competing with these giant streamers, right? Overnight is a lot less crowded, a lot less competition. But I may start bringing it back. I think today we had a lot of concurrent viewers, so I could have done a giveaway today. But I'll wait. Maybe I'll start it again next week or sometime. But I'm not affiliated with any prof firms or anybody, so I literally just PayPal people. That's literally what I did back in my first streams. I was like, dude, I wish I was affiliated and I wish I got free accounts, but this is all I can do, man. I just PayPal. Came back to the community from 290K payouts. I had a bunch of loss leader ideas. You know the take profit trader, they have daily payouts. I was gonna do a thing where like X% of the payouts I take every single day, I would just give back to the community. I gotta start thinking about my entire brand as a business. Even though it's like peanuts compared to what I'll make usually for trading. But if I want to do this long term, I gotta start thinking about stuff like that. Should I start drama? Twitter drama? In the beginning, that Ryu guy, we had a funny group of people way back in the day, like I think like 3 or 4 months ago. We were talking about how people had like sad backstories, and we were doing AI stuff. I was using ChatGPT to fake like a sad backstory for me, and people were like, a couple of them were from the military, right? Like Ryu, he was in the military, and a couple of other people, and they're like, dude, you gotta be like, oh, you're in the military, you had nothing to go back to, and then you discovered trading, and then you were discharged from military, this and that. And then we were just doing a bunch of AI stuff to figure out a sad story to sell, right? It was hilarious. You feel the same when I give the dealer $2 tip after hitting a number on roulette? Dude, I used to, when I go back home, because I'm just near where my job is, but back home where my family is, I would go to the casino with my friends, and I can't do roulette, man. Or I can't gamble there because I know the odds are so bad. Every single time I'm gambling there, I'm like, if I could buy a prop account with this. What am I doing here? I'd rather just watch people gamble. I've wanted to play blackjack though, but I never got. I was too. Well, first of all the tables were full because everyone wants to play it, and I was just like, man, I was too shy to just go up and sit down and be like, all right. I would need someone to introduce me to it. Like, all right, here's how you do it. Here's the table etiquette. There's table etiquette apparently, where it's like someone would hate you if you join on like this X side, because if you were to get a blackjack or if you were to get a winning hand, if you weren't there, the other person would have won with that hand. So because you joined, you're kind of like an asshole. And I was like, what? What is that? What? Does that make sense? I was like, all right, I'm not gonna get, beat up or like have someone like just be pissed at me just sitting down at the table. It's kind of fun. In US you have 00, and that's really bad for the player, and here in EU we only have one. Oh yeah, we have 0 and then we have 00. Yeah. When I was a kid, I used to I don't know if you played Counter-Strike, but when I was a kid, dude, Counter-Strike gambling was so unregulated. Like I was all over the gambling sites. It was really bad. It was probably what started my gambling addiction when I was a kid. You gotta play by the book. I pissed off the whole table by staying on a 14 against a 10. I don't even know how the books are. I've heard of people counting cards to get like 1% edge, but I don't know what the book is. I know there's like a standard strategy where it's like you get really close to break even, 50-50. Pissed off a whole table. Like, are you kidding me? Like, hey guys, this is my money, right? If they're that sensitive, yeah. World of Warcraft, League of Legends, CS:GO, COD 4, COD 2. I never really got into the CODs. I was really into, when I was a kid, Modern Warfare 3 was like the COD game. It looked so cool, like the graphics looked so cool. Every single time Steam had a free weekend, I would be playing it. And then man, those were the days. And then we would play CS:GO a lot. We would gamble on the sites, we would open cases. Even though the return on investment on cases is like 8%. It's something disgusting. It pissed them off even more when I was winning and they were losing. That's hilarious. I used to play a lot more games back in the day, but nowadays I don't have time, and I don't know. It feels different. Maybe because nowadays everything is so like you go for the meta, right? You go for the most efficient, available strategy. And back in the day, like I remember playing League back in the day, what, season 1, season 2? Dude, we were doing the most dumb shit. Like I was playing like back then when jungling was really hard and the jungle creeps would actually like kill you, I would be playing like Ezreal jungle, Akali jungle, the old Akali jungle, like old Akali, or the reword. Oh, you just closed at 606.25 and it goes higher? Dude, Luke, I had the same, one of my trades that I closed out for a scalp was right before it shot up. Where was it? I think I had it on the Discord. Oh, it was this one. I closed right here. This was when we got the news for the Strait of Hormuz. And then it shot up 200 points or 100 plus points. Ezreal Jungle was meta in season 8 and 9. Dude, I was talking about like when I was playing it, it was like season 3, season 2. Back when the red jungle had 3 lizards. Back then, you couldn't really gank because you would just be dying to the jungle. Like, dude, Luke, I've been meaning to ask you, are you actually like the coach for that one team? That one EU team? If you are, that's like so crazy. It's like the most random person to join my Discord. That's so crazy, Luke. Have you met Faust? He's my favorite player of all time. I'm pretty sure you guys played against him, right? He's like the funniest guy. The Lost Retones. I was following their journey, I think like starting from last year when oh, you played versus them in LSE even with Sion, they couldn't take us down. Dude, that's so crazy. Luke, I gotta fly out to see you. Dude, this Luke's one in the Discord, and he, oh wait, Mega, you're in a premium too. Yeah, dude, He's the coach for yeah, Vitality. Dude, Lost Ratonas was the only reason why I watched pro play, or why I got into watching pro play. That run was generational. Luke, have you seen the drama with Crowny? I don't know if you keep up with the drama in the scene. To Berlin? Dude, Luke, I'm gonna fly out to Berlin sometime. I'm gonna see you. Casino, we'll count some cards. Have you seen that drama with the Prio? I was watching everyone's take on it. Like Double Lift's take on it. What's the other guy's name? Agurin? I think he was like a really, really good player. Agurin? And I think somebody else. There's so much yapping for zero when it's so obvious. Yeah, people were like, dude, you don't have Prio. It was sad to see because I love that team. You know, they all seem like brothers. You know, like, but I guess brothers argue. You know, you heard the West is dying. Man, I don't even follow any more teams on the West. I follow the European teams now. I watch K-Drill. He played in 2016, 2022. Have you heard of this one guy, Luke? His name is A8000. Dude, yeah. I feel so bad for Velia. Like, he's like the most chillest guy and he wants to get better, and people, and they're just like shitting on him. Oh wait, he's for 2011. I actually know this guy in real life. I met him. Apparently he's like the founder of he told me he was like the founder of like a T1 or some huge team. Or was it Taipei Assassins? He told me he was the founder of some team. My cousin-in-law knows him. Like, they're like old friends. Like, are these guys still known? He's like old. Played like way back then. Wait, didn't the Taipei Assassins have a good run? Oh man, this was. I feel like I remember this symbol or this logo. Dude, no hats. Oh, what? They won Worlds. They won Season 2 Worlds. What the hell? Yeah, he was a founding member of For the Win, which renamed its Taipei Assassins. So he was part of the founding member of the team that won Worlds. Season 2. That's insane. That's what it was. Not T1. That's cool. Oh shit, it's already 9. All right, I'm gonna wrap up here. I'm holding this trade for, I mean, this already hit like what, 40 points. I'm gonna hold this for the 166 or bust. I think all my other accounts are still in fully out at, so we hit 66. Really, I don't even need to. $59, and I'll be out for all my positions. My first wave is still looking for 646, and those are out. All right, guys, thank you for joining and making this stream not boring. Those were great conversations. I showed some decent trades, not the best management, but I mean it was decent. I was monologuing a lot and saying some stories. Any other ideas I have, I'll put it in the chat as always, Luke and Mege. But yeah, thanks for joining. I hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys. Have a good night. You know, take care of yourselves and your family.